Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In today's video, I'd like to look at how the US eminis unfolded yesterday, which was Monday, July the 7th. So let's start with ES. If I scroll back to yesterday, you can see this is how the market unfolded yesterday. We did have some potential buy setups here, but these were against a red STF, so would have been avoided. We did get a nice sell setup a bit later in the day here, early afternoon, with a red STF, so this would have been a standard trade available for any MTPredictor customer. So let's place the analysis on by right mouse clicking over the red sell bar, doing analysis, and as you can see the market came down to our first target here where a potential 2.9 hour profit was available. Remember, we use correct position sizing, which varies the number of lots, contracts or shares to keep your initial risk small and under control. So that was a nice trade there on the ES where we caught that decline down there and actually taking profit at pretty much the low of the day. That's where our first profit target was, so a nice trade there. Let's have a look at the NQ, what was going on in the NQ. The NQ, there was a potential buy setup here that was against a red STF. There was a potential sell here very late in the day, so it would have been doubtful whether you would have actually taken that. But let's, for clarity, have a look at this. So if you had have taken this sell setup, it would have actually been stopped out for a -1 hour loss. Remember, position sizing keeps the losses small and under control. So the last trade we saw on the ES was plus 2.9 hour. And this one would have been only been -1 hour. But again, it's debatable whether you'd have taken this because it was so close to the close. This trade here was actually on a VSA setup. If I go to the end of the bar here, I'll just clear this off, or the end of the chart here, you can see that this bar here gave a VSA buy signal on our volume indicator here, and if I go forward to the next bar, you can see that the market then snapped back up again. This all happened at our DP support of the prior pivot, which was there, and it also gave an automatic DP buy setup. So if you're an aggressive MTPredictor user, you could have seen this and decided to go against the STF because of this VSA setup. If you had have done this, then the market did actually go up to the first target where a potential 2.1 hour profit would have been available. But again, that would have been quite an aggressive trade because it was against the red STF, even though it was a valid MTPredictor VSA setup. Let's move on to the YM. If we have a look at the YM, pretty similar to the NQ and the ES. In fact, on the ES, there's the same setup as we had on the ES, but you'd have probably taken the ES trade over the YM because the ES is a higher volume market, and there's our same sell setup on the NQ. So you wouldn't have been taking both of them because that would be doubling up on your initial risks. So there wouldn't have been anything to do on the YM. Let's have a look at the Russell Index, the TF. The TF, if I scroll back a bit, you can see it had a TS2 sell setup. Again, STF is red, so the trend was down. These two buy setups here would have been avoided because the STF was red, and again the trend was down. So let's place the analysis on this TS2 sell setup here. Place the analysis on. Again, there's our correct position sizing. Market goes down, hits our first target there, whereas in this case a potential 8.8 hour profit was available. So the actual best trade of the day yesterday was actually on the Russell Index for a potential 8.8 hour profit. So overall, a good day for the MTPredictor users on the US E-minis yesterday, with some very nice standard MTPredictor trade setups. As that was the first day after the holiday, it's quite nice to see get some nice setups a bit later in the day.